Ni hao, everyone. How you folks doing? As you can tell by what I just said, Chinese New Year is coming up very soon. This video is about Chinese New Year in Hawaii 2024. So let's get started. Now, the Chinese New Year, the Spring Festival, is the most celebrated and significant festival in China and among Chinese communities around the world. And it is really celebrated over here in Hawaii. There's no question about that. My wife is Chinese. She's from Shanghai. And Chinese New Year is a big thing in the family. It marks the beginning of a new year according to the lunar calendar, which is based on the phases of the moon. Each year is associated with one of the 12 animals of the Chinese zodiac, which represent different characteristics and fortunes. In 2024, the Chinese New Year will start on Saturday, February 10th, and usher in the Year of the Dragon, which is a symbol of power, strength, and luck. Okay. In 2025, the Chinese New Year will start on January 29th, which is a Wednesday, and end on February 12th. The animal sign for 2025 will be the snake, and that's me. That's my sign, the snake, which represents wisdom, flexibility, and charm. Okay, I like those. Okay, the Chinese New Year has its roots in various religious traditions such as Confucianism, Buddhism, Taoism, and folk religions. And I studied all of those when I went to the University of Hawaii. Very interesting Asian religions. And however, in modern China, it is mainly observed as a cultural festival without religious connotations. So it's a big thing in China. It's everywhere, actually. Next thing I'm showing in the video is every date has a certain activity. For example, like on February 24th, the Lantern Festival. And February 9th is New Year's Eve. February 10th is New Year's Day. Okay, so like a New Year's Day, most important celebration. New Year's Eve includes the family reunion dinner and staying up late until midnight, just like we do on regular New Year's Eve. We stay up until midnight and celebrate for the new year. February 10th is a New Year's Day, a day for visiting, greeting family and relatives, and giving presents and visiting ancestors, and so on. So every day has a certain function. I think only February 12th is not a good day. It's the day of the rat. It's an ominous day. Common to stay at home and rest with the family, play games. But the rest, every day has got some kind of activity going on. Very interesting. And first of all, we're going to talk about the next thing we're going to talk about is the Chinese zodiac. Okay, the dragon is also the fifth member of the Chinese zodiac. People born in the year of the dragon are said to possess revered qualities of the dragon, including intelligence, pride, and ambition. Possible flaws of this Chinese zodiac sign include arrogance and impulsivity. The dragon years of the last century were 1916, 1928, 1940, 1952, 1964, 1976, 1988, 2000, and 2012. Seems like it's every 12 years. And the next one is coming up in 2024. So yeah, it looks like every 12 years that they have Chinese of the dragon. Chinese dragon is more than just a lucky symbol. It is embroidered in the literal and metaphorical fabric of Chinese history. And it's not just a national mascot, it's a divine being. Okay? Next thing we'll talk about is called the dragon feng shui. Dragons are wonderful figures to have in the home. They are believed to bring good fortune and protection. However, how you place the dragon affects the energy in the home. It's very important how you place the dragon in the home on the feng shui. Okay? Now, proper feng shui dictates that dragon figurines should always be placed behind you in an office area to support you. If you place in front of you, you will be in opposition with the dragon, and that's not good. Placing a dragon totem near a source of water is also supposed to bring wealth and good fortune. Very interesting. Okay, now the next thing we'll talk about is the blood of the dragon. Now, every civilization on Earth has a creation story. Hawaiians have their own creation story, and I really love to talk about that too. The creation myth for the Chinese people is one in which the dragon plays a key role. There are many different interpretations of the Chinese creation story, but according to legend, a dragon, among other celestial beings, is said to have aided Pangu, creator of all things, in the early stages of making the world. Okay? Really fascinating when you think about it. Now the next thing is another variation of on the creation theme, a goddess named Nu-Gwa, I hope I'm pronouncing it correctly, who had the torso of a woman and the tail of a dragon or a snake according to early lore, molded the first humans out of mud and became known as one of the most divine beings. Okay? The dragon is also a central part of China's tribal history. It is said that when Yellow Emperor Wang Di defeated another tribe, he incorporated that tribe's animal totem into his own coat of arms, which was a snake. Hey, that's me. The body of the snake became mixed with the limbs and features of other animals. For example, the other animals of the Chinese zodiac, creating a dragon. So the dragon also symbolizes a unified China. Okay? And that's important in the Chinese, unified China. Next thing we'll talk about is the Chinese emperor. While all Chinese people are said to be descendants of the dragon, the emperor has long been thought of as a human incarnation of the dragon. Historically, the Chinese emperor was the only person with the divine right to wear robes of the dragon: yellow, blue, red, and light blue robes with 9 dragon patterns for special occasions and feast days. Wow. Fascinating. Now the next thing we'll talk about are the 9 dragons. Okay? There is not just one dragon that matters in China. In fact, there are 9 dragon children that can be found all throughout Chinese art and architecture. Now I'm not going to try to pronounce these, but Bixi, Queen Yu, Yazi, Chao Feng, Bulao, Qi Wen, Bian, Suani, and Xi. Hope I pronounced that correctly. Okay. Anyway, each of the 9 dragons represents different characters and values. For example, one dragon is representative of water, while another represents music. The use of a particular dragon in Chinese architecture denotes the type of energy or purpose of a place. Okay. Next thing we'll talk about, body of the dragon, Chinese dragon. The Chinese dragon is a fierce and magnificent looking creature. It is not what Western minds would think of when they think of a dragon, though. Okay. Now, The Chinese dragon is actually comprised of body parts of various animals, like the belly of the frog, scales of the carp, claws of the hawk, and palm of the tiger, to name a few. It's really interesting. Colors of the dragon. That's the next thing we'll talk about. Okay? Dragons are depicted in different colors for different symbolic purposes. The yellow dragon, for instance, is a symbol of nobility, while the red dragon is typically seen as a symbol of luck and prosperity. I didn't know that. Now I do. Dragon art in China. There's quite a bit of dragon art, and the use of dragons in Chinese art goes back as far as Chinese civilization itself. Depictions of this creature can be found in practically every medium, from sculpture to paintings. Okay, Chinese New Year celebrations and other celebrations, as you say. So the dragon dance occurs at every Chinese New Year celebration. It takes a number of talented people to make the large dragon costume move and dance with fluidity. The red dragon is the strongest symbol for good luck and prosperity in China, which is why it is used to usher in good tidings for the new year. Okay, so now the next thing I'm going to show you, okay, is the last year at the Cultural Plaza in downtown Honolulu. We went to the Chinese New Year celebration at that time, and just to show you what it was like last year, okay, at that event. So, hope I pronounced this correctly, but Sin Nien Kwai Lo. Happy New Year. Anyway, mahalo for watching, and ahui ho, and Happy New Year.
Beautiful petals on a jasmine flower. Send your perfume through the air, sweet and fragrant, clean and fair. Braid a blossom in your hair, pick up another one to share. Jasmine flower, my jasmine flower.